What's up, guys? This is Nick from Arch City Poker, and in today's vlog, gonna be starting a new vlog series titled Poker 101. Had a request from a player, or more so an idea, I guess, of doing some vlogs that cover topics such as like simple poker terminology and simple conceptual stuff that I may have taken for granted in my How to Beat Live Low Stakes Poker series. I think that a lot of players that are watching those are just starting out or quite novice, possibly, and you guys might not understand the terminology or the concepts as well as I think you do, I guess. So I think this will be a good series for you guys. It might be a good refresher course for some of you guys that are a little more intermediate. So the first topic of this Poker 101 series is going to be ranges, and why thinking in terms of ranges is so important. I see many players that try to range opponents on one specific hand, and that's a very flawed thought process. And I want to give you guys a quick hand example of why that is. So let's say you have an early position pre-flop raiser, and you have him open the pot for a raise, and you have an in-position caller, and they see the flop heads up. Flop comes Queen 5-4, and the pre-flop raiser continuation bets for half pot. The in-position caller decides to raise, and the pre-flop raiser decides to fold. And the in-position player shows him pocket sevens and says, I put you on ace-king. Even though ace-king misses on queen 5-4, it's a very flawed thought process to just think that your opponent just has ace-king in that spot. An early position standard pre-flop open raising range will consist of hands on queen 5-4 such as top set, pocket queens, pocket aces, pocket kings, ace queen, king queen, queen jack suited, queen 10 suited. So those are all top pair plus combinations that your opponent has many combos of. And then other combos that he might feel comfortable with or might feel comfortable continuing with against a raise that have showdown value, such as jacks, 10s, 9s, 8s, hands that are decently strong on queen 5-4. So when the in-position player says, well, I have pocket sevens, I put you on ace-king and you missed, I'm going to raise you, it's a very flawed thought process. That player should instead be thinking, well, what does my raise accomplish? Do I get better hands to fold? If that's the case, maybe there's some merit to turning pocket sevens into a bluff. More often than not, though, on queen 5-4, as I said, if we range our opponent on more than just ace-king, there's a lot of combos that he feels pretty comfortable continuing with. And pocket sevens are often only going to get better to call or continue in one way or the other, whether it's a call or raise. And then he's only going to get worse hands such as ace-king to fold. So I hope that hand example was a very quick and easy one for you guys to understand why ranging your opponent on more than just one specific hand is very important. It's very important to understand all the different combinations your opponent can have. For many of you guys that are just starting out or a little more novice, this could seem like a very daunting task, very complicated. Oh, I have to think about all these different combinations now that my opponent has. Just keep it simple. Start pre-flop. The more strength your opponent shows pre-flop in these live low stakes games especially, the more often they are going to be very high pair heavy, very big ace heavy, lots of paint cards, suited paint cards. So lots of hands that hit lots of high card board textures very well. Otherwise, if your opponent enters in a little bit more of a weaker fashion, such as limping or limp calling or just calling pre-flop, which a lot of players call pre-flop, they cold call raises a little too wide in these games, and really most games, their range will be definitely wider, a little bit weaker. They won't hit high card flop textures as hard as they would if they were either the pre-flop raiser or the pre-flop 3-better. So just start out with simple generalities like that, and that'll help you guys range your opponents on more than just one specific hand post-flop, and it'll help you become a much better player and help you become much more efficient in your decision making. So if there's any questions or comments on this new series and on this topic, just let me know and I'll clarify things the best way I can for you guys. If you have any suggestions for future Poker 101 topics, then just let me know and I'll definitely consider them and try to make a video on that topic as quick as I can. So until next time, this is Nick from Arch City Poker. Take care, guys.